And just kind of touching upon basketball IQ, which I think is so important. I mean, because I've even seen some players not make it to the international level because it's not through lack of skill or just the physical attributes that they have. It's just more reading and reacting and just understanding that they're in a zone and okay, now we need to attack the gaps. Why are we playing a zone? How to counter a full court press and things of that nature. So for yourself, Olivia, like how important is basketball IQ for guards, and how do you personally work on improving your decision making?
Yeah, I think a key thing that like people either may not do or think is actually just watching basketball.
Yeah,
Like watching
yeah,
basketball is like a major thing, that obviously I love to spend my free time doing. I love watching women's college basketball, the
yeah,
WNBA. I'd love to sit here and say that I do watch a lot of men's basketball. If I'm honest, I don't.
yeah,
I see it enough, on social media, but mainly for me, like I do watch more women's basketball, and I think that's definitely something that's probably helped me throughout, from being young to older. It just kind of you'd be like, oh yeah, that was a good read, or oh, that person might have been like. I feel like when you watch it, especially even when you watch yourself, watching back
yes,
film is definitely a big help as well. You tend to be your biggest critic. Well, I definitely do. So, you get to see like things that you may have missed and think about that next time. But IQ to me for guards is like kind of on the same level as like hard work. Like, with a point guard or shooting guard position, like you're gonna have the ball in your hands a lot, and having IQ is a main thing that I feel like you kind of have to have, as well as, outworking the guy next to you. Like it's just something that is almost a given at this point in this day and
yeah,
age, like for guards, like that is the standard. It's definitely, I think, watching helps IQ. And then obviously, if there's something that say I might have not liked my ball screens in a game, that might be something that I go and work on, not maybe not even with another player, obviously that would help, but
yeah,
just, being a bit creative and just kind of, going over what different reads you can be doing, especially when you know your opponent's defense, and obviously up the levels. That's probably something that'll already be put in your practice plan. But
yeah.
yeah, definitely watching basketball, the biggest thing for me, I would say, for keeping IQ or adding to it.
Right, I love that. I'm very appreciative that you said that because one thing for me, I mean, I preach that when I'm coaching, like, because I mean, that's how I understand the game even more. And I tell my players, watch the game from three perspectives: as a coach, a player, and most importantly, a referee. From a coach's perspective, you want to understand, okay, why did they call that play? Oh, because the defense had a gap there. And then as a player, I like this player. I love how she goes to the basket and score. Let me work on that. And then as a referee, okay, that's 3 seconds. That's why that caused a travel. Or okay, when she did the screen like that versus this. That's why it was called a moving or blocking. So I love that you said that. And just even like the level that you compete at, Olivia, what are some key habits or skills young guards should develop if they really want to impact the game beyond just scoring?
Yeah, so obviously for guards, having working on ball handling is obviously a major thing. You're gonna have the ball in your hands a lot. I think just be learning to be which is something that is definitely not easy, but I think the more you practice it, especially in games and in like live situations, like being almost comfortable and poised on the ball, definitely like is something that I think people should always be working on. Still like I still want to be poised all the time on the ball. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not. But that's something that I think is, something that we should all guards should definitely aim to kind of go for, is just feeling comfortable. Like you don't even have to look comfortable at this point. Like just as long as you feel comfortable and poised, especially if you're a point guard, then that
Yeah.
gives your teammates reassurance and obviously yourself reassurance that, you're cool, you can handle yourself. And then when it comes to, passing, it's just again like upping your IQ, making sure that you've done different types of passes. I think obviously at levels you should work on both hands, being able to
Yes.
pass. Like you don't know what situation you're going to be in. It's not always going to be a right hand pass. It's not even always going to be a left hand pass. You might have to jump start, use your footwork to get the pass through. So yeah,